Hey, namaste, good afternoon. I am in Mysore and I just haven't done a video since I arrived in India 4 days ago, Tuesday night, and it's Friday here. So I decided to make a video and just do a little bit of a talk. Um, I didn't plan anything specific out, but it's a beautiful afternoon. It's hot here, it's a hot time of day, and this is in May, the peak of summer here. So, but Mysore is cooler than most of the rest of India. So, summer here is still not terribly, terribly hot. It's 32 degrees Celsius right now and about 90 degrees, maybe 91 degrees Fahrenheit. So sitting inside can be fine if the fan's on, and if you're not on the top floor, because it's the flat roof, the sun beating down on the flat roof will make it super hot inside. So my room wasn't hot, but I decided to come out, and I was going to take a ride and get a shave, because I can get this guy to shave my beard for me, and he's not there, he's out at lunch. So I decided, okay, I'm going to come around to the Kali temple, and the Kali temple's closed. Even though they close at 5 p.m. now, they're still closed, I guess, for lunch. So I drove up the street from the Kali temple to this cremation grounds, where I used to sit quite a bit and chant a mantra that I have and do my mantra sadhana in the place where the bodies are burned and the spirit is released from them. And so that is a powerful place to do your mantra work if you are okay with that. A lot of Indians are not okay with that, but it became a little bit of a home for me when I was living in North India. So I'm going to give you not a tour, because there's not much to see other than a lot of nature. But if you were here when Sharat's funeral happened in November, you can see behind me the gate there. Let me turn, there it is. That's the gate that goes into the side where his funeral happened. This is the side where the general public can use, and they don't have to pay to have the incinerators that actually get the fire hotter and the body burns quicker and everything happens at a faster rate. This you can do, Brahmins can use either that side for sure, but this side they can also use. But this side is used by almost anyone. It also has burial plots all around too. You can see small headstones, some fancy, some just a rock with a name carved on it. And but a lot of nature and a lot of dogs laying around, which means Kala Bhairav lives here. Kala Bhairava is the fierce form of Shiva that should live in the Smashana, along with Kali, because they are all about releasing all attachments in this lifetime within yourself and whatever you're expecting outside yourself, to release it. So let me show you first, and then I'll talk a little bit further. I think I can turn this around. Yes. Okay, so I showed you the gate on the other side of the road. I'm not sitting at the gate. I'm sitting in a little gathering spot that they have where the families can sit while the body is burning in this shade, even though there's tons of peepal trees here, and the peepal trees give oxygen 24 hours a day, so it keeps it a little bit cooler. So that's the side where Sharat was burned. And if you were here, you know that it's got a lot of little rooms and stuff. It's different. And this is the gate to this side. It's right across the street. And Kal Bhairav is there, but some hoodlums tore him up and he's broken. And they were supposed to fix it, but apparently nobody has done that, and they took the covering off, and now he's just there. So it's just, yes, there's a lot of trash, but there's a lot of beauty here too with all the nature. The peepal trees are amazing trees, and when you come here, you automatically get this influx of oxygen into your system because they give it 24 hours a day. And so there's a lot of nature in these places. And down here, where you see the blue poles, and see if you can see between them, you'll see short brick squares, and that's where they build the wooden pyre, and they put the bodies that are carried on bamboo on top of the wooden pyre, and then they light them on fire down there. Nobody's doing it today. It's not overly used here because a lot of people who are in Mysore to make a living. And so if they died, they would take the body to their local village and do it there. near a river. This has a creek behind it, but the grass is really high, so I'm not going to walk down there and show it to you. But it has a creek behind it, so ashes typically, like if you're in Varanasi, the ashes are dumped into the Ganga and washed away. And anytime there's a cremation ground, and I think I made a video at the cremation ground in Dehradun at Tapkeshwar, and Tapkeshwar cremation ground is above the river, but the Tapkeshwar river is there also, so you always can just kind of sweep everything right into the thing, and it helps free the bodily attachments and reinforces the idea of impermanence, that the body is burned down to the level of ash and then is flowing away in the river and is going to feed anything that lives along the river. The nutrients in the ash will feed the trees and feed the fish and the rocks, and the sand, the soil will get more nutrient dense because of that too. So it actually does help nature. It's not something that's thought to hinder nature. Because if there is no creek or river near there, they will put the ashes at the base of a tree, and then it can help feed that tree's root system. I sat here. This one I didn't sit as much as I did the one in Dehradun, the Lucky Bug cremation ground, Smashana. I sat at in Dehradun for almost 6 months, every other day, doing my mantra sadhana, invoking Smashan Kali. But I did use this one also, and I feel comfortable here because it's really a peaceful, quiet place. At night, there might be kids here who are misbehaving, drinking and doing stuff, and that's their business. I'm not judging them. Do what you want. But if there's an actual funeral going on here, it's kind of a different experience, and I would not sit here and kind of bother the people. I give them their privacy. Where in North India, it's a little bit more public to do, and they'll have several funerals going on at the same time. So it was not odd for me to sit there while seven bodies were burning and the people were having their little ceremonies and rituals to help that spirit move on to the next stage. And they didn't think it was odd that I was there either, because it was a little bit expected. Tantric people are doing their sadhana in these places. Here it's a little less obvious, but there is a couple people who come here, and I saw a guy on Instagram who's a local guy who comes to this one, and he does videos a lot, and he does his mantra sadhana here too. So I keep kind of wondering if I'll run into him, but I haven't just yet. The sun has moved into a weird position behind me, so I need to move. So I'm in Gokulam rather than at my guru's place right now because I'm looking at properties for a few of my students from Frankfurt are going to come here about December 19th or 20th, be in Mysore a couple weeks, and then we're going to travel for a couple weeks. So while we're here, I want to find the housing because then they can plan it, and if we can book it early, that time of year, December, January, is the busy time here because people are escaping the winter at their home cities or home countries, because that time of year there in other places typically is below freezing and has snow, and here Mysore is one of the nicest places in winter in all of India because it doesn't get too cold, and in the summer it doesn't get too hot. It's warm today. It's I think it's 32 degrees Celsius and about 91 degrees Fahrenheit right now. But here in this place with all these trees that give oxygen and kind of keep it cool, it's really delightful. It's very comfortable. So I decided to stop here because I'm supposed to be seeing a room now, and she is not available. And I went by my guy to get a shave and maybe a facial before I left too, and he's out at lunch. And I went by the Kali temple, which is right up the road, and it's closed for lunch. And even though they close permanently for the night in 2 hours. So I'm like, okay, so I'll go sit here and enjoy. So I meditated a little bit, chanted some mantra a little bit, and then I thought, okay, this is a great place to make a video. And here come all the dogs into the cremation grounds. So if you know anything about Kala Bhairava is always, if you see any murti of him or place they worship him, there's always a dog in the statue with him. So if you see dogs in a cremation ground, that means he is living there. And him and Kali are the ones who must live there in order to help facilitate the people with let go of their attachments to the things that this body was attached to. And they're very good at doing that. The energies of them are very strong and persistent, shall I say, I guess, at helping you do these things. So when you're doing the sadhana, you invoke that energy within yourself, especially when you're in a cremation ground, it gets doubled and tripled, maybe even more. So there are just about 20 dogs just walked in, so they were all out doing something, probably hunting for some food or something like that. And they're cool. They aren't bothered by me at all, and they don't fuck with you or kind of attack you. They just leave you alone. This is their space, and they know they rule it, and they know that their God rules it, so they're not really scared of you. But they also aren't too fearful of you either. So soon I'm going to have some students come here, and I'm going to host them here, and then we'll travel for a couple weeks. You don't have to book everything so early. And I don't know if this is I'm not really giving an open invitation to join us, but it's something to think about if you're wanting to come to India and you're an Ashtangi. Mysore is the hub for Ashtanga. So if you come here and you want me to be here for you, I can show you around Mysore. We can do it over a week or a couple weeks, see all of the sites around here. It's a beautiful place. I can explain all the traditions here, the ones that I know about, and take you to local temples and take you to temples that are kind of outside the city but are still fairly close, and you can really get a feel for the old traditions, because here in South India the old traditions are very, very much still alive. And then we're going to travel also, so I don't have personal experience with a lot of places in India, but the places I do have, I dive in deep. So I am interested in taking people, like we might go to Varanasi. Kamakya in Assam is also very near and dear to my place. And if you're a tantric person, you really have to go to probably both of those places, because they both have a lot of history with tantric worship. Just throwing that out there. So keep it in mind. It doesn't have to be this season. It can be any time. And let's talk about it. Get in touch, and we can figure out what works best for you and how you want to put it together, because it can be totally accommodating for you. Anyway, if you're in Mysore, I'm here. I haven't started temple tours because it's off season, and very, very, very few people are here, Westerners or anyone, and most of, if not all of the yogashalas are closed right now. And they will be closed probably until June or July, so I won't be doing anything like that as a service for probably till August maybe. But let's see how it goes. June and July, when things open up, if it's busy enough, I can do that. I also teach private lessons here, Ashtanga, Tantra, other things, whatever you're interested in. I've been doing a lot of private lessons teaching people how to access their Mula Bandha and connect it with their breath. That's kind of something that I specialized for myself because it helped with my back problems, and it really helps move your energy and gets you in touch with the energy that is moving the body. So lots of things that I can do or help you with, and that's kind of how I make a living while I'm here. It's how I make a living wherever I am, really. So if you're interested, get in touch, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I will talk to you later. I'll do one last little just so you can get a full view of the place and just see how green. South India tends to be very green. North India is too, depending on where you go. All right, so I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.